Well, the royal wedding, of course, not complete without one royal feast. As the guests are all now gathering for the reception at Buckingham Palace, we wanted to share in the fabulous experience with you, and so we brought in Chef Marc from A Chef for You. He is here this morning to give us a little taste of what the guests are likely dining on right about now. Good morning, Chef.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here again, and yes, we try to expose a little bit what's going to happen. As you know, it's still a secret.
Sure.
Nobody knows what is going to be served. What we do know is a reception. So what happened is that a reception means people stand up and you pass around in such a fashion, butlered as it's called, hors d'oeuvres or canapes, which are 2 bites size, where people can actually grab them, eat them, and able to eat them. And maybe if the queen comes by, you have to be able to talk.
I love that you say that. Yes, I mean, look at these perfect dainty sizes, because sure, if the queen comes by, you don't want to be caught with a mouthful of food.
And have dirty hands as well.
And dirty hands, so we're being very proper. And these are not only beautiful, really, works of art, so delicious. So what do we have? What are we starting with here? Well,
we started on the top. I couldn't duplicate the Buckingham Palace quail egg service. Mind you, it's beautiful. It's on silver crystal. So what I did is I used a martini glass and a beautiful maker's forks. And then what we have here is we have what we call a celery salt. So the quail eggs are actually tossed with truffle oil, and then you use your serving salt, and you basically sprinkle that over the quail eggs.
Now, does every guest get a whole glass?
No, they get one.
They get one?
So
what is a quail egg?
A quail egg is a quail egg. This is the size of quail eggs.
So is there a little quail in there?
Well, it's not yet hatched.
Oh.
And I left it one whole to make you, and our viewer may perhaps see what it looks like when it's unpeeled.
What do they taste like? Is this like a regular egg?
Dance. We'll have one after the show if you want.
Oh, no, I'm going to have one right now while you're telling me. Maybe my face off camera, because I've never had a quail egg. Okay, so keep telling us about this spread here.
We have a Yorkshire pudding, which is an interpretation of the classical English dish with a horseradish cream inside, the roast beef, nice and medium rare, and served in a Yorkshire pudding. In the center here, we have obviously the smoked salmon, which Scotland and England are famous for.
Of course.
Served on a nice cream cheese, buttered lemon cream cheese. The smoked salmon is made into a rose. And here is my favorite, my bubble and squeak. This is an English tradition.
Bubble and squeak.
Yes, my friend John would love that. Bubble and squeak is basically gets his name from the fact that you cook the cabbage into hot oil. So when you cook the cabbage, it bubbles and squeak, makes that noise.
Oh, so the squeak is not the meat. I thought that was the meat inside.
No. So you have bacon in it, so that's a rendition, if you will, of that classical dish made into a small bite-sized canapé.
Oh, try that at your next dinner party, everyone. Tell everyone you've made bubble and squeak, and it's merely the cabbage. Chef, this is the proof. I tried it. Quail egg, it's delicious.
It's very dense, it's very light. And just to give you an idea, this is what it looks like. This is going to be very incredible. The chefs at Buckingham Palace are going to make probably close to 12,000 pieces of those.
12,000. Chef, we are out of time, so I've got to go. But he is giving us a little taste of the royal flavor. Imagine that, 12,000 appetizers to serve. We have put a link to